Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 22 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Los Angeles Rams, but with a new addition of Von Miller. The Rams traded away a 2022 second and a 2022 third to acquire Von Miller. That's pretty hefty for a guy who's probably going to retire in a couple of years, but the Rams are in a win-now situation. So for this year's draft, they don't have a first-round pick, a second-round pick, or a third-round pick. They got completely screwed, but well, not really screwed, because I honestly like the method that the Rams go with, because they go, oh my god, you gave up a first round pick, that's so valuable. That's like free real estate right there, boys, if you know what I mean. Because if you think about it, it's like, why waste a draft pick on a player that you don't even know is going to be good? Like, why do that? Because I understand that they have a set standard talent, but some people work better in different offenses, and you just don't know sometimes. And sometimes you just don't know what this. Sometimes you can just trade for a player and they just never become good after that. But yeah, I think they're in a definite win now situation. They have to compete with the Rams, Buccaneers, Cardinals. Well, did I just say they seriously had to compete with the Rams? No, they're not competing with themselves. They're competing with the Packers, the Cardinals, the Cowboys, and the Rams are all gunning it for the Super Bowl. The AFC is up for grabs. I mentioned this in my reaction video. So this is going to be a pretty ridiculous rebuild of the Los Angeles Rams. So let's just get into it. So now here we are trading away our 2022 second and our 2022 third for the punter Von Miller, because you can't just trade for him straight up regularly. So I'm just going to trade for him like this. Now he's on the team. Okay, so this is the overlook of the team. Matthew Stafford, Henderson don't really like here. Darrell Henderson. Wait, don't they have a different running back? Yeah, Cam Akers. I don't know why I didn't see him before. I was like, I guess I had to refresh the roster because he was injured on like an ACL tear. So Cam Akers is a great running back. Cooper Kupp has been playing amazing this season. I almost want to give him Superstar X Factor because he has the most receptions, most touchdowns, most receiving yards. He is a freak this year, completely connecting with Matthew Stafford. People are getting laughed at for picking Robert Woods in fantasy over Cooper Kupp. Taylor Higbee's pretty good, but he is getting up there in age at 28. He's going to start regression soon. O-line is not that bad, but it's not that great. He's just old. Offensive tackles are going to need to be replaced pretty soon. Defensively, two elite pass rushers now. Von Miller off the edge. Same with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. I'm going to start Burgess, or is it Burgess? Dude, I always mispronounce this dude's name. Over Taylor Rapp, because he just has a better development. That's the only reason why I'm starting him. And then obviously Von Miller here. Jordan Fuller, he's pretty young, didn't know he existed on this team. And Darius Williams is heavily underrated, but he will start regression soon. So Sebastian Joseph Day is actually really underrated too. I never hear anybody talk about him, let alone nobody ever thinks about this guy. Also, this is so disrespectful what the user they gave him. They gave this dude a triple neck, and he looks tubby as hell, dude. Like, look at this face. That dude that's not nearly close to what he looks like. Great job, EA. Johnny Hecker, sure. Deshaun Jackson, I completely forgot they had him. And, yeah, I like where we're at. I like everything we have. Sebastian Joseph Day. Okay, and, yeah. Looks great. Matthew Stafford, how old are you? 33. Matthew Stafford, I'm going to try to keep him this entire rebuild. Hopefully he doesn't regress too far. So anyways, guys, it's time to get to the midseason mark. So here we're at the midseason mark, as we are 4-3, third in the division, behind the 5-2 Seahawks and 4-2 Niners. This is a very heavily contested division. Choose draft class. Seriously, I still have to keep choosing that. Auto-generated rookies. It's not going to be a realistic rebuild, and the reason that is because I genuinely just don't care about doing realistic rebuilds, because most of the time it's not actually what happens in real life. So it really doesn't matter. Players ready to negotiate. This is what I care about. And Sebastian Joseph Day, of course, I want him back. I just talked about how underrated he was. This should be a cheap contract for him, as he does resign. Darius Williams, I want to see how far he regresses at the end of the season. Austin Corbett, I definitely want. Corbett almost sounds like Corvette. Very cheap deal, by the way, and he resigns. Sonny Michel, he's really that young? I guess I'm thinking of James White being old, but it's just a no. I don't need him. A'Shawn Robinson's no. Von Miller's a yeah whenever I can get to him, but I can't unlock that. I have to wait till week 16. We're only on week 8 right now, so that's fine. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, finishing at 7-10. God, I love how unbelievably realistic Madden simulation is, as the Niners finished 7-10, Seahawks finished 12-5. In real life, this would be a reversed. Cardinals would be on top of the division, then the Rams, then the Niners, then the Seahawks. Great logic, EA. Absolutely astonishing. So good. But let's look into the stats and awards here, see what we have. Matthew Stafford is not good. 22nd best offense in the NFL. 8th best defense. Just low interceptions, just not enough touchdowns, not nearly enough. Cam Akers did actually pretty good. 1,300 yards, 16 TDs. Cooper Kupp, 10 TDs at least, so that's nice. And looking into it defensively, Terrell Burgess, 102 tackles for loss, 18 for Aaron Donald, sacks, 18 for Von Miller, 15.5 for Aaron Donald, and 10 for Leonard Floyd, who is a backup behind Von Miller. My God, wreaking havoc. Interceptions, 6 for Terrell Burgess, 6 for Jalen Ramsey, 3 for Darius Williams, and 2 for Taylor Rapp, who is a second. What an outstanding defensive performance. Too bad the offense sucks. 0 safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns. What an unfortunate season. So I guess the offense is where we need to improve, even though the offense isn't that bad. So it's time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Cowgirls beat the Titans in the Super Bowl, and it looks like there are no Rams. Wait, I think there was a Ram there. I think Von Miller won Defensive Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. Bears, no, that's Ravens. Khalil Mack wins Defensive Player of the Year after Von Miller had 18 sacks on the season, dude. Okay, then, cool. Scout college players, upgrade players. Let's see if we have any lineup. Dude, please tell me Terrell Burgess got an upgrade. First of all, offensively, we look exactly the same. Defensively, Terrell Burgess now has superstar dev. That's what I'm talking about. I would have been pissed if he had 6 interceptions on a season and he didn't get it. Dang, thank God he got it. 80 overall with morale, superstar dev. Von Miller has gone down in overall. That's the dumbest thing. How do you get 18 sacks in a season and you're like, yeah, let's start regression? I hate that. It's so stupid. But how does Williams not get a dev up, dude? He had the same amount of interceptions. I'm not going to give it to him. I mean, I want to give it to him, but I'm not going to give it to him because people will get whiny. Leonard Floyd got star development. If he's 29, I'm not going to re-sign him, though. So I don't care if he got star. I don't care if he had 10 sacks. If it's a 2-year deal, since he got 2 sacks as on the separate side of the ball, I might give him a 2-year deal. But I'm not going to pay him a heck of a lot of money. If he's asking for over $10 million, I'm not paying him because he's just going to be regressed throughout the entire time. There's going to be no point to him. Let's view the retirements here for the NFC West. Yeah, NFC West. No one here for us. That's good. I'm glad that Andrew Whitworth did not retire. Players ready to negotiate. Von Miller should be here. Darius Williams. Absolutely love you. 2-year deal. Let's just keep him for the entire rebuild. If you accept that, you accept that. He wants to test out free agency. That's completely fine with me. Von Miller is going to be the guy. Von Miller, come here. Let's do that. Up the salary by a lot. He better accept. How do you not accept that? I'm tagging him. I tagged Von Miller, and now we won't be able to get into free agency because of that tag. Everyone's on an extremely high deal. So let's just get to the draft since we can't even get in free agency now. Brent McClain is going to be our pick. And for those of you guys saying, oh my God, you selected a QB, just to let you know, I'm in the 5th round of the draft. I didn't get a 1st, a 2nd, a 3rd, or a 4th round pick. This is what I found here. I don't know anything about him. I just have him just in case by the off chance that Matthew Stafford just somehow retires. I want a player that's at least developed on my bench. I don't think this guy is that great and all, but I got him, I guess. So this is the team after the draft and after the offseason. And this offseason, we literally just had downgrades. We had 0 improvement. The offensive line has completely regressed. Darius Williams is gone. I mean, Terrell Burgess got up and Leonard Floyd got up, which is great and all. But, yeah, it's not looking good. This guy was a total bust for me. Yeah, what was my offensive QB? A 60 overall? Great. I'm so excited. But, just terrible. I guess we progressed in some ways. Like on the pass rush. I don't know why I'm burping. That felt weird. But, yeah. Very not good. Let me change this to the Titans. What's the best scheme? Let me change this to the Titans offense because it usually gets a lot of passing yards. Do that. And then what do we have as the best scheme here for the most amount of XP? Vertical zone run. We're going to do that. And, yeah, defense is great. Again, offense is the main problem. Hopefully we can fix that. Let's get to the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 5-2, second in the division behind the 5-2 Seahawks, who are just gods in simulation. I think it's mainly because of Russell Wilson, but looking into the players ready to negotiate, I'm sure Von Miller will be here, probably the first one. Yes, he is. Von Miller is here. Just take the contract, dude. $18 million a year. Dude, you're being picky. About $18 million a year. Andrew Whitworth, I would like you for 1 year and that's it. Thank you. He actually resigns. Matthew Stafford. I want to see how he regresses, but at the same time, I know we can't go without a QB. So I'm just going to... Oh, my... And he's being picky. Dude, you're off the team. I don't need you. Taylor Rapp, can I trade you? I want to at least get some value out of him. Can I... Let's quickly try and look through this. What do we... Ooh, someone had green interest. Lions. You have Devontae Adams? Since when? Frank Ragnow, DeAndre Swift, Taylor Decker, Romeo Okwara. Can I get Taylor Decker? I actually kind of like that. I'll take Taylor Decker. Left tackle. Oh, no, they can't pay for him. Trying to find something of worth value here. Michael Brockers, Jared Goff, no. Tracy Walker, no. Wow, everyone here really, really sucks. Who do I want, though? TJ Hawkinson. Is there anyone here with money, though? I guess I can't really trade him away. Let's go look for someone else instead. Raiders. Can I have your second round pick for him? Is that a possibility? You know, maybe? No? Okay. Can I have your third round pick? I know you guys probably find this boring. Taylor Rapp for a third round pick. That's completely fine with me. I wanted to get some value out of him. I just didn't want to let a young safety hit free agency. And why not send him to the Raiders? And, David Edwards I do want back, but I'll have to negotiate that later, apparently. Everyone else here I could care less about. So anyways, guys, other than that, it is time to move into the playoffs. So here we are in the playoffs, coming off a 31-7 loss to the Buccaneers, as we are 12-5 in the wild card, here to face the 9-8 Vikings. First of many, blah, blah, blah. Don't care about that. Let's go to stats and awards here, boys. Great touchdowns, not so great passing yards. 10th best offense, that's great to have top 10. Best defense, that's the year I was looking for. Playbooks matter, boys. Perfect definition of it. Stafford, more yards is needed, but I am fine with 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's the most I'll allow. If you get into the teens in interceptions, it's a problem. Cam Akers, 10 TDs, 1,700 yards, great year for him. Cooper Kupp, almost 1,000 yards, 9 TDs, great year for him as well. Looking into it defensively, Jordan Fuller with 87 tackles is the most tackles on team. That's worrying. Tackles for loss, 17 for Aaron Donald, 21.5 sacks. That's definitely part of the top 10 record for the most sacks in a season by a player. So him, Von Miller with 16 sacks, and Kameko Ture, okay, I guess, I don't know. Leonard Floyd had 3 sacks less than last season, but still not a bad season. Sebastian Joseph Day had 15 tackles for loss. Disregard those sacks, definitely a run stuffer player. Interceptions, only 2 for Von Miller, 2 for Leonard Floyd. Why is my pass rushers getting interceptions but not my DBs? Safety, 0. Defensive touchdown, 0. NFL records, season. Let's go to defensive sacks in a season. Khalil Mack in 20. That's why Khalil Mack won the defensive player of the year, because he had 23 sacks. I was so confused. And Von Miller had 18. Aaron Donald, where is he? He just, 21 and a half. It doesn't count half the sack, but he's 9th on this list for the most sacks in the season. Khalil Mack had the most in the 2021 season. And 2022 was this season. He just put up 23 sacks in this season, just casually. Wow. Okay, then. Let's see if we can beat the 9-8 Minnesota Vikings. If we don't, I'm going to be so pissed. The Vikings are just so good at taking people out in the wild card, and they didn't. 24-10. Oh, my gosh. The Cowgirls are just gods in simulation. Please. Please. It's so annoying to face them. That's why I'm hopping into the divisional round whenever I see the Cowboys or the Browns. It's so annoying trying to play them. And they never even make it in real life. It's so stupid. So let's just get to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Cowgirls lose to the Browns and the Rams have no awards. Okay, then. And, wow, what a realistic simulation by EA once again to, put the Browns and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, just like every EA simulation. Offensively, why is Cam Akers still a star dev at 90 overall, 94 with morale? Like, it makes no sense. I don't know why. I absolutely hate it. Once they hit, 90 overall, they should be at least a superstar development player. We just look the same, but worse in regression terms, offensively and defensively. the exact same scenario. The exact same scenario. But yeah, other than that, guys, my dog is barking. It is time to move in to these re-sign players, so that way I can re-sign. Who did I want to re-sign? Matthew Stafford is a definite, and somebody else in the defense. I'm blanking out for some reason. I guess we'll find out right now after I view the retirements. Let's see the NFC West. Nobody of use to us. I don't really care. So it is time to look into the negotiations. And Von Miller, being picky, he wanted more salary. What was that? Just not the salary? I'll boost the salary for you, Von. Here you go. Thank you for signing. He wants more salary. He had a good year, so of course I'm going to re-sign him. And we don't have any other quarterback as he resigns. David Edwards is the guy that I wanted for sure. Up that salary to make sure he stays, and he resigns as well. And we have some money for free agency. So other than that, guys, it is time to move into free agency. So in the free agency recap, as always, Aaron Rodgers is never touched. It's so annoying. Free agency, though. Zadarius Smith, I'm trading away Leonard Floyd. Bryce Callahan, stupid cheap deal. Young Hoku, stupid cheap deal. Raheem Mostert, stupid cheap deal. And Kyle Fuller, stupid cheap deal. I'm going to try and get myself a first-round pick. Hopefully I can get that with Leonard Floyd or something like that. Or maybe even another second-round pick. Because I'm going to move Zadarius Smith out to right outside linebacker so I can have him as an edge rusher over there along with Von Miller. I'm going to need to draft a middle linebacker. It is definitely going to be helpful, even though we have the #1 defense, so it looks like it doesn't necessarily matter too much. But yeah, I would like to draft a center or a right tackle as well. Daniel Jones, the white guy, his fat half brother who's also black. We drafted this guy. He's going to be our new center now. Awesome to see hidden development. So guys, Daniel Jones only ended up to be a 66 overall center, 68 overall guard. Colbert is only 65 overall, and he's going to be playing at right tackle. I'm going to officially move his position over there to right tackle. Surprised Andrew Whitworth has not retired as we are going into the 3rd season. 4th season will be the final season, but one more before that. I'm going to need to start hopping into the divisional games because it keeps rigging them to where the Cowboys only win. It's super annoying. Defensively, Matthew Peterson. I didn't draft this guy. The CPU did. Congrats to him. You're going to be a starter just because of your development. Defense looks so good other than middle linebackers. And yeah, offensively, they just need to perform. They did last year. They were a top 10 offense. Absolutely great. So other than that, guys, it is time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3, 3rd in the division. We all know what that means, a 7-10 season as the Seahawks are 5-2, Cardinals are 4-2, Niners are 3-4. Coming off a loss to the Seahawks, of course we are. God, simulation is just so flawless. Cooper Kupp, of course, I do want him back. Dude's a menace to society. Let's go. I want more salary. I just gave you more salary, dude. Stop being picky. And why does he also have black hair? That makes no sense. At least Cam Akers got a face scan. At least they did him right. They didn't do he resigns. Cooper Kupp, he's blonde in real life, but you give him black hair. Nice face scan, dude. Johnny Hekker, it would be unrealistic not to sign him. Realistically, I would just throw him in. Okay, never mind. I'm not re-signing you, Johnny Hekker. Screw you. Tyler Higbee, I do want you back because I have no other tight end. As he resigns. Andrew Whitworth, I did not think you were going to survive this long. I want you back for the rest of the rebuild. Hopefully you can just accept this contract. I spread it out so that way I don't have to pay you as much. Thank you for accepting. Terrell Burgess had an amazing first year. Then he was like, nah, I don't want to play. And he resigns. Jordan Fuller, let's see what you want as it is another cheap contract. As you resign Van Jefferson, actually a good slot player. 80 overall, not that bad. I'll give you a 5-year deal. Spread that out. He resigns. And everyone else here is a nobody to me. Cooper Kupp, hopefully I don't have to tag him. Well, I probably will. I don't have any money to start with. So anyways, guys, it's time to move to the playoffs. Oh, would you look at that? I was right. We went 7-10, bottom of the division. Flawless simulation. God, this game annoys the shit out of me. Oh, great. I love to see how Matthew Stafford is the worst QB in the NFL. 28th best offense, 24th best defense. Love to see how this dude took a tank of a year. Just terrible. Terrible. Cam Akers, 13 TDs, 1,700 yards. Jake Funk. has 11 TDs. Okay, Cooper Kupp, obviously not going to do good. Matthew Stafford doesn't do good. Defensively, Ernest Jones, my second string middle linebacker with the most tackles on the team. Zadarius Smith with 100 tackles for a loss, 22 for Zadarius Smith, and 20 for Aaron Donald. And most sacks on the team, 17.5 for Von Miller. Dude, he is so good. He is so good in simulations. Zadarius Smith, 12.5 sacks. Aaron Donald, 12 sacks. Sebastian Joseph-Day, 5.5 sacks with 18 tackles for a loss. Great player, dude. Such great pass rush. Just, the simulation sucks, dude. I'm going to have to trade away Matthew Stafford because he's not performing. I understand I just gave him a contract, but he's just not performing, especially to the level that I want him to perform. So let's just get to the offseason. Okay, so I'm going to start making cuts. Tutu Atwell takes up $5 million in cap. He's out of here, dude. And Tyler Higbee, Edwards is fine. Who else do we have here? He's a rookie. Why is this guy taking $4 million? Get out of here, dude. Leave. I don't want you. I don't care if you had the most tackles on the team. You suck. Who else do I have here? Speed rusher for Terrell Lewis. Yeah, Terrell, get out of here, dude. I don't want you. $4 million for that. And then, where did Leonard Floyd go? Pretty sure he had a stupid contract of some sort. I do want him off my team because I don't need him. And go to roster, go to adjust lineup. What are we going to have here as... Oh, it looks like Daniel Jones only a star dev. I'm okay with that. Offensively, no other development upgrades. Defensively, Peterson only a star dev. I'm okay with that. How do you keep regressing after having 17.5 sacks on a season? That doesn't make sense. They need to fix that. It's so BS. They don't do it for the entirety of the game, and it's so frustrating. Did I already trade away Leonard Floyd, or did he retire? I'm sure I didn't. Wait, I did trade him. I'm so stupid. I did trade him. I traded him away for something else. I forgot what I traded him away for. I'm really stupid. But either way, doesn't matter. I traded him away, and we got someone in return. Why am I blanking so hard on who we got? I'll probably look back in the video and feel like such an idiot. But it looks like Kyle Fuller did retire at 7-10 with the Rams. So we'll see that in the next recap or whatever. But Cardinals 28-21 against the Ravens. That's a realistic simulation. I'm glad that happened. And yeah, this team just needs Matthew Stafford. He's on and off. It's pissing me off, dude. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know how I'm supposed to approach anything. Maybe you can trade up in the draft and hopefully get a rookie QB that wins us the Super Bowl. Highly doubt that's what's going to happen. 2023 retirements. What are we going to have? As we are going to have the NFC West. Andrew Whitworth retired. We're so screwed. We are so screwed for season 4. Trying to manage his cap room was ridiculous. Players ready to negotiate. What are we going to have? We are going to have Cooper Kupp. And, yeah, let's up the salary for him even more as he resigns. Johnny Hecker, dude, fine. I'll give you a little bit more salary. That's what I'll give you as he resigns. Everyone else is a no. I might trade up a number 1 overall pick in the draft. So I'm just going to skip free agency. Let's get to the draft. Okay, so the irony in this is too good. I am sending Matthew Stafford back to the Detroit Lions. And I'm trading up in the draft for pick number 4, and I'm giving up pick number 10, and I'm also receiving pick number 3. Dang, that's unfortunate for you, Matthew Stafford. Never had a winning career. Brandon Williams was the pick. Does not look like he has development, obviously, at a Texas Tech. Brandon Williams, totally not like... this is definitely the little brother of Brandon Williams, who's also a copy and paste of Brandon Williams, the defensive tackle on the Ravens, who's probably retired now. But, yeah, I picked this guy because he was there. He honestly doesn't even look bad. The accuracy, sure, he has a lot of great development, so he probably has a high overall with no development. Whatever, he's going to be our QB for the future. So here we are after the draft, as Brandon Williams only is a 74 overall normal dev. Not great. Offensive line has regressed. Hawkins, whoever this guy is, apparently we drafted. The CPU drafted. I didn't draft him. Defensively, though, yeah, we're going to hope that this defense carries us completely. Matthew Stafford just wasn't the answer for us. So anyways, guys, let's just skip to the playoffs because we don't need a midseason. So here we are in the playoffs, finishing 7-10 for the 3rd time in this rebuild. God, I love this game. 7-10 for the third time. I understand we have a rookie QB, but with this offense and with this team, it shouldn't be a problem. Terrible. Matthew Stafford wouldn't have made any difference either. 27th best offense, 3rd best defense. You know what? Let's go see how Matthew Stafford did on the Lions. I'm going to be pissed if he did just tremendously well. He's not even starting. He didn't even start. Jared Goff played over him, and he played better than my QB. That's upsetting. Very upsetting. Not even a bad season for him, but just low. Just low is what he is. Cam Akers, literally the only thing in this offense. Cooper Kupp, whatever. Defensively, 106 tackles for Matthew Peterson, tackles for loss, 23 for Aaron Donald, sacks, 15.5 for Von Miller, who's amazing this entire rebuild, 13.5 for Aaron Donald, 12 for Zadarius Smith, interceptions, 3 for Bryce Callahan and Jason Pinnock. I don't know who that is. Safeties, 1 for Von Miller, 1 for Aaron Donald, defensive touchdowns, 1 for Bryce Callahan. So, yeah, defense carried this entire rebuild, and, yeah, we just couldn't get it done. Even though this isn't a successful rebuild, but even though it wasn't a successful rebuild, it shows how Von Miller thrives and doesn't retire on the Rams, which is awesome. My dogs are freaking out, as always. They do every single video, and it's really, really annoying. But 18 sacks, 16 sacks, 17.5 sacks, 15.5 sacks. Ridiculous for him. This was honestly his lowest season, 15.5 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss. His best season was probably this season, 17 tackles for a loss. No, this one, because he had more solo tackles. Yeah, his first season was the best season with the Rams. So still great for him, not great for us, unsuccessful rebuild. But anyways, guys, apart from that, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you like and or subscribe. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.